Hey everybody, Josh back here with part 2, mustbefit.net and how to look 10 years younger. Again, I'm 50 years old, I weigh 150 pounds, and I used to be 205 pounds. So in part 1 we made this smoothie, and so now we're going to finish it up for part 2. And then in part 3 I've got some extra special tidbits to share with you. But first, Fred had asked if he could meet everybody. I told him he could, so he has to climb up here and get this dog. Come here, Fred. Come here. Come on. There you go. Say hello. There you go. Good boy. Okay, so that's my dog, Fred. Thanks for letting me introduce him to you. Okay, so like I said, when I went to my nutritionist and told her that this is what I was drinking, and I've been on this now for quite some time, she had some recommendations. So recommendation number 1 was to slow the absorption into my bloodstream. So to do that, she recommended oatmeal, mostly because of that, because it doesn't have sugar and stuff in it, and it's inexpensive and good availability.
Steel cut.
Steel cut. Okay, these are steel cut. I was reminded to tell you that. Okay, so the other thing that I do, which is, this is flax, ground flax flour. That's kind of a tongue twister. So, a couple spoons of this. Frederick, no. Hey, sit. Sit, good boy. Dangers of operating equipment with the dog. Okay. And the other thing is, these are chia seeds. So I put in a couple spoons of that. Okay. Alright, so those are really the secret ingredients. Those are going to make a difference overall for how you respond to this kind of drink. Let's go ahead and mix that up. Okay, so right now this drink is a little bit warm because Vitamixes such as this, you can cook with them, you can make soup with them. Hot smoothie soup is nasty. Okay, so the cure-all for that is this bowl of ice. So I like it personally to be brain freeze cold, which is probably about 2 trays of ice. This bucket was relatively full. And this is what's going to make a smoothie go from tasting kind of gross to being delicious. Okay, so just as kind of a note of caution, one, if you don't cover the top, it will wind up on the ceiling, and that's messy to clean up. So be aware of that. And number 3, if you're using a cheap blender, you might burn up your motor. So I had a friend at work, got him hooked on these, and he started making the chunky smoothie, as it were. The next thing I know, I get a phone call saying, "Hey, Josh, I burned up my blender." So needless to say, he bought one of these. So I didn't really want to buy one of these, by the way. It's $500. But I waited and waited and waited, and it didn't go on sale. And then I bought a cheaper one, trying to save money, and it didn't work. So here I am, $500 and 2 blenders later. There you have it. These are 20-ounce containers. This one's for my son, and then Fred always gets a little bit left over. Okay, so here we have a beautiful blend, a beautiful smoothie. Very smooth, very cold, very delicious, very tasty. I've been doing this for 2 years, and this is how I maintain part of how I maintain my body weight. Come back for part 3, and I'll give you the other tips of what I eat during the day, how I maintain where I'm at right now.